Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, your Coastal Americana radio station, streaming live on Western Maryland Radio, Dockside Live Radio, and Tiki Man Radio. We're also over on the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, so you can come over there and jump in the chat and have some fun. You ready to rock and roll? We are. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. That's what I'm talking about. Happy Friday to you, everybody. I hope everybody is doing fabulous out there. It's Friday. We made it. Everything's going to be fantastic. And welcome to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. And let me see if I can get my cohort in here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. How you doing, brother?
Good morning, brother. How you doing? Another day way far north of somewhere south. The sun is shining. The weather's sweet. I think we may be headed down to St. Pete today.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, we are headed down to the St. Pete Boat Show today. Dockside Live is down there, and man, have we got a jam-packed show for you. We've got Wayward Systems going to be joining us around 11:30, and then we got Boiling Point, who is a boat dealer down there and fairly new to the area, but I think they've been in business for about 5 years. They're going to join us around noon. So we're going to be hopping and jumping and carrying on, and who knows what might happen. You know, internet's a crazy thing, man. And down in Florida right now, everybody is freezing their butts off. All right, it's like 40 degrees in Miami, okay? I was talking to Ed Leonard from Key Largo/Miami this morning. He was down in Miami and ran into Key West Chris and Danny Hoy at the doctor's office there. Because that's what all your old friends do now. They all meet up at the doctor's office, apparently. Said they were all freezing to death down there.
Oh, my God. I don't want to hear it, but yes, I know what it's like to freeze to death down in the Keys. I was down there when a polar vortex hit, but I tell you what, you know, up here in Frostburg, Maryland, it's polar vortex all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're used to it up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, happy Friday, man. It's been a pretty good week. We've had a jam-packed week. We started out with Jeff Dayton on, Monday. I'm starting to lose track of the days, you know, because, you know, you get a routine of how you do radio. You know, I'm so used to saying good morning, happy Sunday to everybody. So I have to literally look to see what day of the week it is.
Oh, I understand that. You know, I mean, here I'm doing it 5 days a week, 3 on the network with you, 2 on our station. And I get confused. I'm like, do I have to go on a 10 today? Do I go on a 12, 11? You know, I just got to set a regular schedule.
Yeah, it's been a good week though. We had a lot of fun. Seem to have worked out all the kinks. We'll see how things go at the live interviews for the boat show. I got a ton of questions here they sent over that they wanted to make sure that I asked, and you know, I'm going to ask them in my own way. You know, I don't normally do questions, but it is a professional boat show, so we need to make sure we got our act together a little bit. I did take a shower this morning, and you know,
me too.
Washed everything down. You know, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I know times are tough, man. You're down to like every other day now with a shower. You know, you were talking about that on the air the other day. It's like we're cutting back on everything, man.
Yeah, we're cutting. You know, listen, we got to save water. You know, there's no sense in having a bath every day. I mean, for God's sakes, all I'm doing is getting up, rolling out of bed, coming into the studio, and working. You know. So.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know it. But you know, I do like to feel refreshed, man. You know, I like some heat on me in the mornings, get ready, ramp up my show, and a whole lot of coffee, brother. A whole lot of coffee. We could use a coffee sponsor. We got the rum for the evenings. We need coffee in the mornings.
Well, we may have a line on that. Okay, more details to come. There is a couple of artists out there that is starting their own coffee company, and I got a text message that they may want to sponsor old Johnny B and the Tiki Man. So we'll see. We'll see how it all works out.
All right, I'm down with that. No kidding. Yeah, send a little rum too. You got some hookups there. I know you got some hookups there. You know, it's cold up here, Danny. We could use a little rum. God's sakes.
Well, Uncle Alex is supposedly back in Tennessee or making his way. I don't know where he's at, but he's got 2 cases of reef rum that he's bringing with him. So we're pretty happy about that. Anytime, because we can't get it here in Tennessee yet. So anytime somebody comes from Florida, we have them pick up a case or 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think that'll fit in the our P.O. box, so I'll just give you my address. Our address at the house.
Yeah. Well, I've worked with rum companies, whiskey companies, all that in the past, and I'm like, listen, you need to send me some whiskey, and they're like, well, I can't do that. That's really considered bootlegging. I'm like, well, it is. If you put whiskey all over the box, okay, just send me. I'll tell you what, I need you to send me a box of Christmas ornaments, okay?
There you go.
And handle fragile, put fragile all over it.
Right. Yeah, they're real heavy Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, real heavy Christmas ornaments. I mean, we got a really big tree, and these things weigh, about a pound apiece. So anyway.
Yeah, they're going on the outdoor tree, but the thing is, hey, man, it's not breaking the law until you get caught.
That's right. B-Man is out there this morning from the Beachy Shell Studios. He's got his show coming up tonight, Coastal Confessions. Always a good time, live on Tiki Man Radio and our YouTube channel. So they'll be having some fun. And he says it is cold in Key West. And I believe it this time. Usually if they say it's like 68 degrees, but I was looking at the weather, and it's going to be like down in the 50s at night in Key West.
God. I don't want to hear it. I got up, it was 15 degrees.
Yeah. Watch your heads walking down Duval Street because the iguanas will just freeze up and fall out of the trees down there, man. They just like, they don't know how to act, man. They turn into like a rubber flipper dolphin or something. They're like,
yeah. My girlfriend and I were laughing about that last night, just falling out of the tree and doink.
Doink.
Wake me up when it's over.
That's right. Let's see here. Who else? Uncle Alex, 54 degrees in West Boca. So I guess he's still in Florida. Man, when are you coming home and when are you bringing the rum? That's what I need to know. Donna Cummings is out there. 20 degrees here in central New York. Was -3 up at Coyote Woods. That's cold.
Ooh, that's cold, brother.
That's cold. Let's see here. Paul Kane is out there. Good morning, guys. Looking forward to the Friday show. Let's do this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. Edwin Wanhana is out there this morning. It's kind of hard. Man, it's so hard to tell these names now since they changed the format on YouTube. But good morning to you. And Maureen, Mo is out there. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing wonderful. 59, but feels like 54 in Key West. So, he's got their cat people, right? So they always got cats in the house. And the cats are like, I'm not going out there. They never go outside anyway. But they probably look at each other like, those people are stupid going out there.
Yeah, we're not going out. We'll stand right here.
Willie, Willie likes when I sleep down there, Willie likes he'll break into the bedroom sometime in the middle of the night and get in bed with me.
Wow.
Let's see here. Says, leaving next Tuesday. Okay, well, there you go. No Bloody Marys for the Sunday show this week. That's good to know. If you're out there, make sure you hit that like button. That helps us out tremendously. We have Seaward System coming up at 11:30 this morning, so we gotta get busy. I thought I'd play this video of Seaward so you know what we're talking about before they get on the show. Here you go. Seaward Systems has been in business for 20 years, transforming your dock into a destination, specializing in fish cleaning stations, marine gear for fishermen who expect a little bit more. But let's face it, your dock isn't just a utility space. It's an extension of your home and your lifestyle. Their gear is designed to blend in with not only your lifestyle, but your coastal property, while providing the no-nonsense functionality that anglers demand. They engineer marine-grade equipment that outlasts everything else on your dock. They follow a build process similar to the hull of your boat for maximum durability. Everything is made and designed, fabricated, and quality checked in the Florida facility. Built right here in the USA. Locally born and locally made. Seaward Systems will be at the St. Petersburg Power and Sailboat Show, January 15th through the 18th, 2026. Dockside Live Radio, part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network, will be at the event as well. And on Weekdays with Tiki Man and Johnny B, we'll be interviewing the owners. Seaward Systems, real solutions for life on the water. Visit seawardsystems.com or tune in to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B and learn how you can take your dock to the next level. The Coastal Americana Radio Network is headed to St. Petersburg for the Power and Sailboat Show, January 15th through the 18th, 2026, in beautiful St. Pete, Florida. Dockside Live Radio will be there, and there'll be interviews on Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. There'll be seminars and fishing clinics, on-water boat courses, culinary experiences, and sustainability. You can visit stpeteboatshow.com and sign up today. There you can buy tickets, attend seminars and clinics, book hotels, and get all the information that you need to learn about the St. Petersburg Power and Sailboat Show, presented by Progressive. If you're looking for a new boat, new fishing gear, safety on the water, or just want to have some fun, come out and say hi to the Coastal Americana Radio Network, Dockside Live Radio, and make sure to tune in for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, Friday, January the 16th, for exclusive interviews on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. Stop by and say hi and have some fun. Coastal Americana Radio Network, Tiki Man Radio, Dockside Live Radio, and Western Maryland Radio, bringing the water to you. That's right, bringing the water to you at the St. Pete Boat Show, and we got some interviews coming up here at 11:30 with Seaward Systems, and then we got Boiling Point coming up at noon. So let's get this day started off right the island way with some positive vibes right here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. And I got to tell you, the highlight of my life was having Sam Rainwater here at the Tiki Bar this past summer, and he played Tiki Bar in my backyard, and then he stayed here and came in and done the Sunday show. That we call it the hangover show after the summer party, and he was down here and played his ukulele right here in the studio with us. That was fantastic.
Man, I remember when we were doing a show down at Panama City Beach, I had to roll out that morning. I had to get up to Atlanta and catch a flight out, and Sam Rainwater was down on the beach getting ready to come up, and you were going to do an interview, but I had to roll out, man. I wish I'd have caught that.
He's a fantastic guy. Always, he's a rocket scientist and lives down in Mexico, and he has a company, and his company will match any donation. All of the money he makes playing music, touring around, he donates to the soldiers, and the company matches what he donates. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So
yeah, he's been doing that a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always good when people do stuff like that and figure out a way to make it all happen.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Thank God for coffee, Johnny B.
Yeah, we could use that coffee, fellas, ladies, whoever you're working that deal. Yeah, we could. Now I can fit coffee into the PO box, so feel free to mail it there.
Well,
but yeah, we love our coffee.
We had a coffee sponsor for a long time, Beach Buddha Coffee, and 3-4 years, something like that, and he would send us coffee. Part of the deal was we had coffee, so we always had Beach Buddha Coffee here in the Chocolate Bar Studios for the Sunday show. It's fantastic, But when that dried up, it had been so long since I had went and had to buy coffee. It's not the same when you get used to something you really like.
Right. Yeah, we have a company up here in Cumberland. It's called Base Camp Coffee. It's really popular. They've got stores everywhere. Maybe I can reach out to them because, man, I'll tell you what, they got a brand that's so strong. It's got one leg hanging out of it, ready to take off running, brother. It'll light you up.
Well, I had sent Donna Cummings. She had sent us some coffee in the mail for Christmas. And we finally got around to trying it. I'm drinking it right now, as a matter of fact. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. You got any contacts up there? We could use a coffee sponsor,
Hey,
help
I
a
tried
brother
to,
out, So I've been working it. I know you've been sending out emails. I've been sending out emails. I mean, to make this whole thing work, we got to have sponsors and partners and all that stuff. So we're working it every day, everybody. So we really appreciate everybody that if you got somebody out there that you think would be good for this show, tell them to send us some information, and we will appreciate it. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I send out stuff, tell everybody, hey, reach out to us. We'll send you a media kit. And, also I want to give a big shout out to Cool Font Resort out this way. That place had burnt to the ground for some reason, and they've rebuilt it. It's getting ready to open back up. But it's a beautiful resort in the mountains. And, hey, they just showed up on the page. So good morning, Cool Font.
Hey, well, there you go. Good morning to you. Happy, what is it, Friday?
Yeah, it's Friday. It depends on what island you're on, Danny.
Well, there's this thing down in Key West at the Beachy Shell Studios, and so just imagine this, okay? So I like to get up early, and the Beachy Shell Hideaway is right next to the Key West Cemetery, which is really convenient for me because I like to go out and I like to take a morning walk in the Key West Cemetery, okay? Have some coffee, relax. There's a spot where I go, and you can actually hear the whole island coming alive. Hear the guy with a hammer down on Duval Street, or somebody unloading a beer truck down on Waterfront or something. You can hear the whole island come alive right there. It's beautiful. I love it. But here's the scene before we get to that point. So the cats, I get up, I come in there, and the cats are hungry, right? They're meowing around and meow, 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 and then Brian comes in his robe, right? So he's got to feed the cats, and then I'm standing at the coffee pot. He's got this XKG 9000 coffee pot that I've never learned how to work, and I'm over at the coffee pot going meow meow. And Brian's like, okay, all right, all of y'all shut up. I'm taking care of it. Here's the cats, and then here, let me get you your coffee. Once the cats get fed, they're fine. Once I get my coffee, I'm out the door and headed to the cemetery.
Man. Yeah, I know you wrote a book down there in the cemetery.
I did. Chirpy's Soaring Adventure. It's a little children's book, and I wrote it one morning. I was watching some birds there in the cemetery while I was having my coffee, and wrote that whole thing on the way back to the Beachy Shell Hideaway, and then when I got back, I put it out there.
Man, see what Key West will do to you. And, by the way, my girlfriend's got one of those apps. You turn it on outside, and when the birds chirp, it'll tell you what type of bird it is. It's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Let's see here. Seaward Systems is going to be coming up here at 11:30 in about 5 minutes. And if you're just joining us, we are streaming live on the YouTube Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel. Please hit the like button. I can't tell you how important that is, especially now that this is all I do. So please hit the like button, share it, tell everybody to tune in and have some fun with us. That'll be great. But I put together that video that we played earlier. And if you're just joining us, I know a lot of people are joining right now. We got a lot of people listening out there in radio land all over the place, all the ships at sea. Good morning to you. Happy Friday to you. But I'll play this one more time since they're getting ready to come on board here. Let's see here. There we go. Seaward Systems has been in business for 20 years, transforming your dock into a destination, specializing in fish cleaning stations, marine gear for fishermen who expect a little bit more. But let's face it, your dock isn't just a utility space. It's an extension of your home and your lifestyle. Their gear is designed to blend in with not only your lifestyle, but your coastal property, while providing the no-nonsense functionality that anglers demand. They engineer marine-grade equipment that outlasts everything else on your dock. They follow a build process similar to the hull of your boat for maximum durability. Everything is made and designed, fabricated, and quality checked in the Florida facility. Built right here in the USA, locally born and locally made. Seaward Systems will be at the St. Petersburg Power and Sailboat Show, January 15th through the 18th, 2026. Dockside Live Radio, part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network, will be at the event as well. And on Weekdays with Tiki Man and Johnny B, we'll be interviewing the owners. Seaward Systems, real solutions for life on the water. Visit seawardsystems.com or tune in to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B and learn how you can take your dock to the next level. There you go, Seaward Systems, and we are thrilled to have them come on board this morning and tell us about what they got going on. And, of course, the St. Pete Boat Show is going on right now, and Dockside Live is down there as well, Brian Burns. So if you're interested in being a part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network, now is your chance to talk to somebody on site and get some information. And, it's a pretty powerful thing when you're streaming across 3 radio stations, and all of your YouTube is as well. So let's see here.
Yeah, this network's got a lot of listeners. When you guys asked me to come on board, 55,000 plus 300,000 imprints, that's a lot. I said I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, let's just see if we can get Seaward Systems in here. We used to have a sign company called Seaboard. You remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So we've had all kinds of people work for us or work with us over the years. But let's see if we can get them in, see if they can hear us, and see how things are going down at the St. Pete Boat Show. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing really good. Carrie Seaward is one of the owners of Seaward Systems, and they're at the St. Pete Boat Show. And so how's everything going down there?
Good. We're staying warm.
Yeah. Well,
for us Floridians, we're not used to this cold weather.
Well, we were just talking about the iguanas falling out of the palm trees down in Key West this morning. So, if you're walking under a palm tree and it's cold in Florida, watch out for the iguanas because that's what they do.
Exactly.
Well, hopefully, are you inside or outside?
I'm inside a tent.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. And the sun is shining, so it's good.
Well, welcome
Good.
Well, good. Well, welcome to the Coastal Americana Radio Network. We put together a video that we've been playing for you guys this morning about your company and everything about it. But we wanted to get you on so you can tell us more about it. And you guys have been doing this for, 20 years?
Yes, we've been in manufacturing for 20 years. We're a Florida-based marine fabrication company. Mm-hmm. We design and build dock and marine products. We have a focus on durability, clean design, and our ultimate goal is to offer solutions to our customers and either elevate or complement their waterfront space.
Yeah. Well, it's true. Just because you've got a fancy dock or whatever, you can, it doesn't have to be dull. You can have all kinds of cool things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And of course, it's you guys are anglers, so it's anglers that's built for anglers, right?
Exactly. The Florida waters are our, it's our testing ground there. And, everything that we build, we build and we test it. We use it. My husband and I, our pastime, obviously, when we're not working is being on the waters, being
Sure.
on the boat and fishing. So, it's important that we have the ability to, try the product out, test it, bring it to market. And then, we also talk to customers and get their feedback on what they want. So when we're finally building that product, it's for the angler. And, we offer several different options. So, one angler may want one thing versus another. So it's nice that we're able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good when you're working with, I'm sure some people come to you and they're like, listen, I want this thing to be 40 foot long and I want this and I want that or whatever. I mean, is there any limitation to what you can do, or is there, I know it's all specially made and manufactured by you guys, but do you have like a set thing that you do?
We do. I mean, we have several different options. Like if you take our fish cleaning stations, for example, we have the Edge series where you were showing with the canopy. We offer the Chase series, which is more of this, our standard, does not have a canopy, but you're able to, put options on that. And then we have an entry level, which is our little Slayer. And it's just a basic, but you can still customize it. You can, choose your color. You can add a logo. So yeah, yes, we do have to at times say, okay, we can't do a 15-foot table, but we could do a 10-foot, and we can put options on there. If it makes sense, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And that's what's so good about us doing the manufacturing. So, you start from start to finish, which would be design to install. We do it all. And I feel like that helps, with our lead times. It helps, with production, and we have control, quality control on it. And I think that kind of sets us apart from some of our other competition.
Yeah, absolutely, and it does set you apart. I mean, if your product is on the fish cleaning area there or whatever, people notice that right away, and then they're like, now you're just showing off, right? You're just showing off, and well, listen, you can have this as well. You can have a custom made one or whatever. So that's kind of cool. I mean. We also work with a company, a nonprofit organization called Waterways, which is all about keeping the water clean and educating the next generation through kids and things like that to, keep the trash. And, when we're down in the Keys, we're focused on that as well. And I noticed you guys work with Ocean Ridge.
Yeah, so Ocean Ridge, obviously keeping the waterways clean, I feel is important to everybody, right?
Yeah.
So we started our own nonprofit. It is called Ocean Ridge. It's 100% volunteer based. And our focus is cleaning up the waterways. We live in Fort Lauderdale. We do a lot of cleanups. A lot of high school kids will come and they'll get their hours for doing it. And it's just a great time. You get out there, you clean up the waterways. And it's all about educating and keeping the waters clean for all of us. Even if you're not a boater, or you don't enjoy being on the water, it's important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking with them the other day about it's a safety thing. Keeping the water clean. Everybody wants to go out on the water and have a great time and have fun, but you got to be respectful of the water as well. First of all, you got to do the right thing while you're out there. But, helping the next generation to understand that this is going to be your waterway you're going to be jumping around in someday, so,
Exactly.
that's important. So kudos to you guys for doing that. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I like the idea of the custom builds. Do you ever get a request for like a wet bar, cocktail bar, or anything like that? If you do, we'll come down there and test that out for you.
Yeah. We just recently, about a year or two ago, built a station, and she has a beautiful place in the Keys, and she uses it for happy hour.
Yeah.
So she's got the backdrop has her name on it, and she literally uses it she puts all her food out. She's got a sink. She puts cocktails in the sink. It's pretty cool. We get requests to do all types of stuff.
Well, I'm going to put this out there because, Floating Docks Radio Live could use a dock like that. Don't you think, Danny?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think
send them my way.
Yeah, I think that it's all intertwined for sure. So you're at the St. Pete Boat Show, and if somebody is coming there today, where would they find you? I know it's kind of spread out a little bit.
So we are in the actual tent. Let me see if I can turn this around so you can kind of see.
Sure. I got you.
You come right in the tent, and we're right front and center. So
nice.
You can kind of see. where we are.
Awesome. Now, do you have anything you want to, because you can just turn the phone around if there's something that you want to show us, because we got a lot of people watching that on YouTube right now, if you want to do that.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So you can kind of see we have all different, this is our bait station. Again, you can totally customize it. Color, logo. We got the hose holder water spigot that goes on a dock. Here's one of our stations. We even got a fire pit.
Ah, nice, nice.
Man, that's real nice.
Too bad we can't light it, but yeah.
Yeah, it sure would come in handy today.
It would, right? We also have these customized hose holders with all different fish.
Very cool.
And this is our glide for rod storage.
Oh, now I like that. I like the double rod storage area there. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. So we got all types of stuff.
Yeah, built by anglers for anglers.
Exactly.
There you go. So if everybody can't make it down to now, are you giving away anything down there, like a bass boat or anything today if they come in?
We are giving away a bucket.
A bucket, okay.
It's got a bunch of goodies in it.
Okay.
Then come on down. We got hats, Yeti bucket,
Very nice.
a bottle of Pilar.
Well, hey, that's worth coming down right there, you know. So, of course, they got to sign up for it, I'm assuming. And but the main thing is, if this is something that you're looking to do, and maybe you've been toying around with it in your backyard, in your garage, or whatever, and you've made all these crazy designs, and they look okay, but if you want to take it to the next level, how can they reach out to you guys?
Very easy. We have a website. It's seawardsystems.com. I think you showed it earlier before we came on.
Mm-hmm.
You can reach out there. There's also a phone number there that you can call. It'll ring directly to us. We can answer any questions or take any orders. You can find us on social media. We're on Instagram at Seaward Systems, all one word, and Facebook.
Well, there you go. And of course, it's important that everybody, you know, being local, buying from, somebody in Florida is important. You can buy a lot of things on the internet, but having somebody to work with that will answer the phone when you call, that's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. And we strive for that customer service. So if a customer, and when you are building something and it's customized, it's nice to be able to talk to somebody to be able to do it, you know? So.
Yeah. And doing it as long as you guys have, it's like any business. You learn as you go, and your customers are really teaching you how to perfect your craft. And over time, you've got a long list of those happy customers because of that interaction that you just can't get if you go on Amazon and try to order something.
Yeah, I truly believe that as well. Again, like we listen to our customers. I mean, believe it or not, we've done a lot of designs and changes over time based on what our customers want, what they like, what they didn't like. And I think that's important.
Yeah, absolutely. The interaction is huge, and being able to, like you say, the phone number, somebody's going to answer, and they're to help because people want that. People want to be able to talk to somebody now.
I agree.
So. Well, listen, we appreciate you joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys and learning about Seaward Systems, and I hope you have a huge success down there, and I hope we get to work with you in the future as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys having us.
All right. We're going to let you fly and let you get back to it. Try to stay warm, and maybe you can coax them into letting you light that fire, because I believe everybody would need it right now.
I know, right? Thank you so much.
All right, there you go.
Guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much. Let's carry with Seaward Systems, and we'll play some more of that video throughout the show or whatever. But it's very important that you're able to, work with somebody locally, somebody that, that is huge, man. And I can't emphasize that, not just them, but any business that you're working with where you can pick up the phone and answer and help your customer. That's huge, especially one that's been in business for 20 years.
Oh, yeah. We could use those products up here on the lakes in Western Maryland.
Yeah.
Really, seriously.
Absolutely.
And if they come built in with some sort of trash can that you can pick up and remove, or pull the liner out and remove, that would be great. You put your fishing line, whatever else in there. But we could use that up here on these lakes.
Absolutely, we can. So we got Boiling Point, who is a boat dealer down in St. Pete. They're going to be joining us at 12 o'clock. So we're going to get ready for that as well. But Seaward Systems, and we'll give you some more information. We'll play the video and all that. You just search Seaward Systems on the interweb there. And it'll pop up, all one word, as she said, and they're there to take care of you. But right now, Fridays are just pretty much like being north of the weekend, so that's kind of where we're at here with we've been working our butts off this week. It's a good way of putting it right there. You're not going to find me north of the palm tree line. And man, I'll tell you, Seaward Systems has got it going on down there at the St. Pete Boat Show.
Oh, you ain't kidding, brother. You ain't a kid. Boy, my mind's racing with ideas. Dockside live radio on could use one of those. Dockside, man, between Floating Docks Manufacturing and Seaward Systems.
Yeah.
Man, we got to put them on the water.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Boiling Point going to be coming up here in about 5 minutes or so. And, of course, they are a boat dealer down there. Husband and wife just quit their jobs and said, you know what, we're going to sell boats. We're going to have fun. We're going to go fishing. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. So they're living a dream down there. I love it when people are following their dreams.
Oh, absolutely. Passion is where it's at, brother. That's it.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, if you're out there on YouTube, please hit that like button. That helps us out tremendously. Let's see here. Let me go back here. Brian Burns, did you see him peeking behind her when she was when I was doing the interview? He's in the background going, "Hey, how you doing?"
I didn't catch that. Oh my God.
Kevin is out there this morning. Hope you're doing fabulous, brother. And missed you this past weekend. He's normally over here on the Sunday show, but he wasn't here this past weekend. Graham Andrews is out there, and good morning to everybody. Uptown Whimsy, one of our other sponsors, and a brand new shop that they've opened up, and we're so excited to be working with Graham Andrews, extraordinaire musician, artist. His wife, Nicole Reed, is also into real estate. She does JM Real Estate, another sponsor that we have on the Space Coast down there. If you're looking for commercial property down there, that's who you need to reach out to. So if I'm sure they have us on in the shop down at the Uptown Wednesday. So good morning, everybody down there.
Yes, indeed. Good morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get Boiling Point in here, and hopefully we can get them to turn their phones sideways when they get ready to come in. Looks like they got it sideways now. There we go. Watch this. Watch this. Maybe they'll... Well, we'll see. We'll get them in here in just shortly. But, man, Friday, it's a good thing. There they go. They got it sideways now. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can't, if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get them in here. And let's see here. I mean, it looks like they're on the boat right there. But, yeah, Boiling Point. Yeah, good morning. I hope everybody's doing fabulous down there. And let's see here. Let me get them over here. There we go. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Ah, man. It looks cold, but beautiful down there.
It's beautiful and sunny. It's a great day for the boat.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys are following the dream. So you guys say, you know what? I'm so damn tired of working for somebody else. So let's just quit this, get some boats, and start selling boats and having some fun and doing a lot of fishing. And that's what you're doing, right?
Yep, not just any boat, contender boats. My husband got his first contender when he was in college, and my husband and I bought our first contender together when we were dating. And what we've experienced. We've been in crazy weather, tournament fishing. We had our 10-day honeymoon on our 31 fish around Contender. On it every night and chase tunas. We just love these boats. We love what they can do, and we love how efficient they are. And so we got to become pro staff with Contender. We tournament fished for them, and it was such a dream. But we were still coming back and doing our conference calls for corporate America, and we just thought, dang, if we could sell what we love the most, Contender boats, what a dream that would be. So here we are as dealers.
Yeah, there should be some research out there of how much time we have wasted of our lives on conference calls and meetings and about endless amount of stuff that before the call was over, the process had already changed again. And, of course, they wanted to get together and have another meeting about the next meeting.
Exactly. Got to recap the recap.
Yeah, to hell with all that stuff. So how many you guys have been in business for, what, 5 years now?
Yeah, 5 years strong, and it's been an awesome 5 years.
Yeah, and the brand of boat that you guys are focused on is the Contender. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, it's a Contender. That's the brand. We've sold, at least over 100 Contenders in our 5 years. We're one of the top dealers, and once you experience a Contender, the simplicity of it, the efficiency of the boat, the fishability of the boat, you just never forget it. It's a feeling that lasts a lifetime. So we get guys who have been waiting all their lives to finally be able to buy their dream Contender, and they never forgot that experience. And then we've also got the people who have been buying Contenders their whole life. This brand holds its value like no other center console. So it's just an honor to be able to sell this brand and talk to the guy who's had one for 20 years, as well as our guy who's buying another one and adding all the new technology and some bells and whistles and some luxury finishes like some teak seats. But you're still not sparing any expense when it comes to efficiency and fishability, and an amazing ride.
Yeah, so that was going to be my next question is, so you can customize it, right? I mean, I noticed when I was putting together some videos for you guys and going on your website, and we played that before we brought you on, and some of the ones where you're actually explaining the difference between this one and that one. So there is some customability that somebody can do if they want to take their Contender to the next level, right?
And that's so important to us. I think people have really gotten used to the brand being so simple, and that's what you get. And, we both, my husband and I grew up boating with our family. I grew up sailing. So I was always looking for extra space and where we're going to store this or how we're going to keep the food safe, just things like that. So when we got to come on as dealers, we got to really make an impact on these boats and design them for those families. For example, the next family that's getting this seating package, the second row will be a bench. So they can fit a lot of little children and grandkids up there and not have them slide off or, things like that. So we can customize it to be the most fishy boat you ever seen with no luxury or a mix or a totally luxury, but still going to crush the fish.
Yeah, well, that's important. We can't be losing the grandkids. We'll never hear the end of it from their mamas and daddies. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to strap them babies in while we're headed out to the water. So that's important. But yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. But you guys focusing on just this brand that makes it. You are now the expert of the Contender, and you know it inside and out. And by now, doing it for 5 years. You've sold a bunch of them, and so how what works best for some people that because everybody's different. Everybody's got different needs and things that they need out of a boat.
Exactly, and we want to give that to them and work with them to achieve those results.
Yeah, and of course you guys are living the lifestyle as well now. No more conference calls and all that crap, but draining it out of your brain. So. You're going out and doing some fishing. What's the favorite fish that you caught off the Contender?
Oh, that is a tough one because I did catch a blue marlin on this exact boat we're standing on. But I would have to say I'm torn between two wahoo. We caught an 82-pound wahoo out in the Gulf, my husband and dog and I. Most amazing experience. We even lost the gap, but that's a
Johnny B joined.
Whoop, we lost her there for a second. Let's see here.
Tournament-winning wahoo in the Bahamas, which I'll never forget catching that on a Contender.
Yeah, there we go. We lost you there for just a second, but we're back now. But well, that's great. I mean, and that's the main thing is that you're walking the talk, if you will. So you're not just somebody selling boats. You know what it is. You're living it. You're on it, and you know what works for you, so you can relay it to somebody else. That's very important.
That's right.
Well, cool. So the St. Pete Boat Show that you guys are at right now, how's it going down there?
It's awesome. It was a little bit cold yesterday, but the sun is out today. So we've got cooler weather. It's a perfect day to walk around. Check out all the beautiful models we've got here. We've got 44. We've got a gorgeous new luxury 35 ST. We've got our bay boat lineup. So there's just a lot of fun things to do here at the show, and it's a beautiful day on the water here.
Absolutely. Well, there's Mr. Burns out in the back there, and he's just living the dream. You know, he's part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network, and we cannot thank you guys enough for being here today on the network. But Brian gets to do all the fun stuff, right? He's down there on the boat. You know, Johnny and I are back here, you know, in the studio just slaving away, you know, and doing all that stuff, you know. But it looks like you guys are having fun.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. So if for those of the people that are not coming down to the boat show, how can they reach out to you guys and get hooked up with a contender?
Yeah, we actually are launching a revamped website today. So boilingpoint.com is a great place to find us. We also do a lot of community events. So even if you have an older contender, please get in touch with us so you can be included in all of our fun contender events. And then we have a YouTube channel, Boiling Point, as well. We're on Instagram, Boiling Point Contender. So you'll find us out there for sure.
Well, we appreciate you being here today, and try to stay warm out there. It looks, you know, it's not normal to see people in Florida with coats on. So it's a little weird, I got to tell you. But, you know, it is what it is, you know, this time of year, you know.
Exactly. It's still January in Florida, so we're happy.
Yeah, there you go.
22 in Jacksonville this morning.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's just too much, man. It's too much, you know. But maybe me and Johnny's up in Maryland today. So Johnny, what's the temperature up there?
It's about 15 degrees.
15 degrees. So see, guys, it could always be worse, you know. So, well, Michelle, I can't thank you enough for being here and telling us about it. And we'll continue to play your video throughout the show. And we hope to be working with you sometime in the future.
Awesome. Us as well. Thank you.
All right. Well, there you go. Boiling Point. And Boiling Point contender. And, man, what a beautiful boat that is. And what a looks like they've been having a great time down there.
I tell you what, we need a wraparound on that boat. We need a built-in studio, a wraparound. Let's roll.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know, but we're kind of stuck up here, Johnny, and we're not down there with Brian, you know, having a good time and all that good stuff. But, you know, we will have a Friday night feeding frenzy around here at the old Tiki Bar.
I'm just a little dizzy. I feel a little green inside. Uptown Whimsy. Just sit back, enjoy the ride. Set aside compromise. Try a bit of anything. Don't let it slip away. Seaside riptide. Stopping out, be a sin. Reach out and grab the day. I feel a little dizzy.
Hey, everybody. Join us for Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday. Come over and be part of the show. We'll be streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and get into the chat and be a part of the show. That's Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio, your Coastal Americana radio station. Continue to hit the likes on Western Maryland Radio. I know you've had a big boost of likes out there, Johnny B.
Oh, yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody. And Michelle Myers just created a great post that I shared. Thank you, Michelle. And to everyone else who came by the Western Maryland Radio Facebook page, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about. All of us working together with Dockside Live Radio and Tiki Man Radio and Western Maryland Radio, spreading the love, sharing the music, and telling everybody about Boiling Point contender boats. And those are the Mac Daddies.
Oh, yeah. That's the Big Mac Daddy there, baby. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I just texted her and said, go ahead and get us one ready to go. We'll just you do take a check, right?
Yeah, right. Down to pick it up. Can we have some cold beer on there, too, on our way out? You know?
Yeah. Can you go ahead and put that, fill up the cooler there with some beer? That'd be great. Of course, I don't know if you need a cooler down there today.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's pretty cold. But, hey, listen, I'll take their temperatures over our temperatures any day, but it is what it is.
Well, our good friend and sponsor, Alan Jacks Bowers, is on his way down to Key West, and he said he's been doing a serious push of Western Maryland radio on his social pages as well. So, very cool.
Thank you, Alan Jacks Bowers. I tell you what, I've been following his posts and looking at all the artists under the MFG label. And I got to tell you what great talent, man. I just can't wait till we can get all these guys on board.
Yeah, well, he can do it all, right? And this whole business about the Trop Rock Music Association award show, Alan Jacks Bowers needs to be Musician of the Year, okay? And we need to start now. And if anybody says, hey, do you belong to the TRMA? Say, yes, I do. Alan Jacks Bowers needs to be Musician of the Year. You need to say it all in one sentence, just like that, because it's absolutely embarrassing at this point.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we've got, my girlfriend and I were talking about some plans for a Trop Fest up here in the mountains.
Oh.
You know, we've got Dell Fest, the big bluegrass festival. Yeah, we started thinking, hey, why not a Trop Fest?
There you go.
On Deep Creek Lake, man. You know, we got to talk down about that.
So tell us about the lake up there.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, oh my God, Deep Creek Lake area. It's a big tourist attraction in Western Maryland. Okay, so Deep Creek is about 45 minutes from where I'm at in Frostburg. So it's a big tourist attraction. You can water ski, you can swim, you can fish. We've got lodging. We've got a big resort called Wisp Ski Resort, and they're there. So I think if we ever decide to host any type of big Trop Fest event like the Dell Fest event here, we've got places. We've got everything to take care of that. So that's a discussion currently in the works.
Well, that's amazing. You know, we got Brian Burns down in Jacksonville, right? And then we've got you up there on the lake. And then, of course, we have the Tiki Bar stage here that has, no summer party this year, but we could pull something together. You know, you never know. But we do have a big stage here that I built for Manalo, Mark Mulch. Built it just for Mark Mulch's band, and all those guys have come through here at some point in time or another. So, but that's a reason we had to expand the stage, because he had, listen, I'm going to bring everybody from Nashville to play in the band. I'm like, okay, let me get some tuba fours and.
Hey, I've seen you work around that place. You know, you've got a resort there, and
don't tell nobody.
There's nothing you can't do, Danny, from tiki bars to build-ins to build-outs to you name it.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it. Trust me. Just hold his beer and watch out.
That's right.
That's you'll have a deck in a few minutes.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like, and I'm getting a little jealous of Brian Burns being at all these places, just having a good time, hanging out there on the boat and relaxing and getting to know people. But if you're at the St. Pete Boat Show, or if you plan on going down there, make sure you find Brian Burns. He'll be the guy with a little drink and an umbrella in it, and, just reach out to him and say, hey, I'd like to get some more information on this Coastal Americana Radio Network. How can I get involved with that? And he'll give you all the information.
Oh, yeah. We've got a media kit, too. He'll send that out to you. I've been sending that out to people as well.
Yes, you have. And, and this week particularly has been crazy. Not only do we have to set up the interviews, and then we have to coordinate with the boat show. Then we had to throw in Music on the Bay on Wednesday, I believe it was. We had them in here and talked about the last-minute push for early registration, which is now over with, okay? No goodie bag for you if you've waited this long. But you do need to get signed up. What do you say, 104 artists playing down there for that event?
Yeah.
And, so we had to do that. And then I wanted to work waterways in there. And you never know when you're going to be interviewing somebody else who is working with another organization. They got Ocean Ridge down there, which is focused on the intercoastal waterways, keeping them clean. It's all intertwined, man. Everything that we're doing and with the Coastal Americana Radio Network, focused on bringing the beach life and the lake life together, marinas, and bringing in our artists. So maybe there will be a Trop Rock Fest up in Maryland. Maybe there will be one here. Maybe there'll be one in Jacksonville. We never know, but we can do it.
We never know. I mean, this is what networking is all about. And, you talked about meetings earlier. I thought it was funny that I just get a phone call. You in? I'm in. And the next, I mean, like within 48 hours, I'm on the air. Let's roll.
It's funny, B-Dog, he was in here for our very first show that we did on a Monday, I believe it was. And it was the same thing with him. They wanted to do their own show. They wanted to do tropical country. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's make it happen, So at the time, they didn't have a studio anywhere else. So I'm like, you guys can do it right here on Wednesday nights. And so they did their first couple of years out of this studio every Wednesday. And but the very first show, he's just going to do radio, right? And like 10 minutes before the show started, I'm like, you know what? Scratch all that. We're going to do video. Let me show you. Let me give you a quick tour of how where all the buttons are. You got 4 cameras, and they're all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Yours is 1. That one over there is this, that, and whatever. Just make sure you hit this button when you get ready to go, and boom. And that's when we realized that he needed to have sunglasses on because he has shifty eyes.
Yeah, I got the call, and it's like, bring your shades, man. Fire up the studio.
Yeah.
We're going live.
But that's how I roll, man. We just go with it, just like you and I. I'm like, hey, listen, man, we can do this. We can make this happen. You can be my co-host. You don't have to be here. We can make this happen.
Yeah, I said I'm in, fired everything up like the old spaceship, and boom, here we go. The boys are back in town, live from way far north of somewhere south, east and west too. I'll figure that line out. But yeah, I love it. We didn't have any meetings. He just said, you in? I'm in. You good to go? Every morning.
Yeah.
We're ready, Houston. Yeah. So we've been through this for years, but this takes a lot of practice, and we have years and years of practice. But just getting into this, yeah, we could teach somebody how to do it. Just sit back, relax.
I always think about B-Man, whenever we, in 2020, when we did the showcase virtually, right, and we had the production company teaching us all this stuff, we would lie to each other afterwards when we would do the practice. We practiced with them for about a month. And we would lie to each other. I'd say, man, this is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. We got this. This is so freaking cool. I get off the phone. I'm like, man, we're going to screw this up so much. And lo and behold, he was doing the same thing. He'd get off the phone and go to the lovely Michelle and said, this is going to be a cluster. And but when we talked, we always talked in positivity. We can do this. And I'm going to tell you right now, we did it. And we pulled it off. And we had a great time.
Yeah, what was that saying you said on the show the other day? If it can be, it's up to me.
That's right. If it's going to be, it's up to me. That's something that I've always said to myself when somebody tells me I can't do something or that's not possible. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. It may not be possible for you, but, and it may not be how you think it's going to go, but I'm going to show you how I can do it, So I think that's important.
Yeah, we faced our fair share of technical difficulties, and, we're still working through a few of them here. But as far as we're both concerned, no is not the answer, and failure is not an option. So we will get around any technical difficulties that should arise, because we do. That's what we do.
Yeah. And the cool thing about doing this the way we're doing it is now our resume. So if you're a business out there, or a business, or you have a marina, or you have a boat club, there's a lot of boat clubs. We're going to be talking to a boat club next week, Freedom, and they're going because Brian is going to be at another boat show next week, so we're going to be talking to them. And they have 400 boat clubs around the world, right? Which is a really kind of cool thing. If you belong to the boat club, you don't have to worry about the boat slip. You don't have to worry about the insurance or the fuel and all that stuff. You belong to the club. You pick out where you're going to go. They got the boat ready for you. They put you through the training. They teach you how to be a boat captain. You get certified, all that stuff, and then you're in the boat club, and you can go anywhere and get a boat and go out on the water. So it's a really cool concept, and we hope to be working with those guys in the future as well here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network.
Oh, yeah, I want to be a member of the boat club. Is that like I'm a member, like the country song? I'm a member of the country club. I'm a member of the boat club.
Well, I think we should be able to go through the training and be able to take out some boats and, I have this rule about I have to experience something before I can legitimately talk about it, so, and I have to like it. So, it's important that we go on these boats and have a good time.
I like that. Yeah, and if we don't want to deal with the boat. Can we get a captain too? And we can just lay back and, chillax.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. Michelle Meyer says business meetings are a waste of time. My God, they're a waste of time. And people, when, again, back to 2020, people figured out, listen, we just can't have everybody working from home. We need to have a meeting every 2 hours so we know they're all alive, okay? Even though they can't come in here and do anything whatsoever, we can keep them busy at home, because that's really what it's about, is controlling everybody every minute of the day. And it just went crazy, and ever since, it's like, well, we can jump on. I love those people that says, because this is what they do all the time, right? They say, well, we can jump on a call, a Zoom meeting and talk about it if you want to. I'm like, well, I'm talking to you right now. Why in the hell can't we just do that?
That's right. Hey, I got to tell you what, I have one of those little devices that keeps your mouse active. So, your employer, when we were working from home, they could see that your computer screen was up. You just set the mouse on this device and it spins under the light, and it kept your mouse active. Like I was online. I was doing what I was supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, I like the guy that takes a picture of himself frozen, like, and puts that on the screen, like, well, it looks like he's frozen. John, are you okay? Looks like we've lost you. John, are you there? John, can you, you may have to log out and log back in, John. And, John later says, yeah, man, my internet was horrible that day. We had a blackout. The power went out. It was horrible. And whatever it took to get your soul out of that meeting, okay, because it was useless. It was waste of time.
Yeah, but it was all about control, I like the ones that said, no, you don't need your cameras on in the beginning. But as it winded and kept going and going and going, they're like, yeah, we need cameras on. I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, I like having a meeting with our volunteers when we go down to Key West. And our meeting is we all go out on boats to a sandbar with Gypsy Travel and GTS Charters. And we take about 3 boats out, about an hour, 45 minutes out or so to a nice sandbar. And that's our meeting space right there.
Yeah, I missed that. And I was jealous when I was looking at all those pictures. There's Danny here. He's Danny. I'm like, why did I go get a real job? I could be down in the Keys. What was I thinking?
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you, Johnny? I don't understand, but... I
don't know, man.
And, of course, Michelle Myers, her husband, the bodyguard, Tim Myers, is a huge fisherman as well. He loves to go fishing, so we got to get him on here sometime, and because they're moving to the beach house in Panama City from Memphis, and and they're both going to retire, so... He plans on doing a lot of fishing. So this is going to come in handy. I believe we got some, seaward systems. Need to get a dock all straightened up for them, and then we need to get one of the contenders with boiling point down there so they can ride in style.
I tell you what, I like the idea of a security guard, too, when we do live events, Danny and Johnny, the boys are back in town. Like, well, yeah, a little security guard wouldn't help. I mean, a big security guard wouldn't hurt. Somebody comes up and gives you trouble. You're like, I know you ain't talking to me. You're talking to that big fella behind me.
Yeah, and another guy that I did radio with, Flaz Noogies, as we called him. He was on the Sunday show with us for a couple of years, and he's a big fisherman. Loves to talk about fishing, okay? He's one of those that talks more about fishing than he actually goes fishing, but he loves it. That's what he still gets all the magazines and all that stuff, So, this is kind of, the weekday show, we have the capability of, having somebody here in the studio anytime they want to stop by, because all we got to do is do exactly like we did with B-Dog the other day and just add the camera and boom, they're in here with us, So
that's right.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, I keep putting out the invites left and right. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
It gets edited. It gets edited and it's archived, and you can save it and share it and do whatever you want with it. But all we can do is keep doing what we're doing. We show people that, hey, we're in uncharted territory, but the boys are back in town. Just hang on and watch what happens.
Yeah, and I'm working on the, what I do after the show is, of course, it goes up. This show is on SoundCloud, as are all of our shows, loaded up on SoundCloud for an audio version. Then I do a podcast version, which is basically no music that collects royalties, and that's going out to a podcast. I'm building that library right now of these shows. So if you want to instead of skipping through the music, or if you just want to listen to the music and not us, you can listen to the regular live one. And then, but if you want to know what's going on, and you can listen to the podcast version of this show as well. So lots of ways to get caught up on a show if you missed it. But you don't need to miss it. You need to tune in.
That's right. You know, I forgot all about that. The SoundCloud. Yeah, you've got, these are archived on SoundCloud too.
Absolutely.
I got to put that in the email.
Yeah. Everything's on SoundCloud, and I generally share it. I know I shared it Wednesday, the audio version, which is the SoundCloud version. And it helps me to make sure the sound is right and all that good stuff.
Right. You know, I think this show is great for a number of reasons, and we look at a lot of different venues, ideas, and, you know, for salespeople too, you know. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, our bodyguard.
On and on and on.
Yeah, Tim, the bodyguard, he does a great job of getting rid of the riffraff when we're down in wherever we may be. I mean, the man saved my life down in Mexico one time. I got a little seasick. You know, I've given up on being like a guy at sea for weeks and months at a time. I just can't do it. You know, I get sick if I ride the swings at Lake Winnipesaukee over here. So, you know, if the water is, you know, if the seas are angry that day, this is not for me, you know. But, you know, down in Key West, man, I can spend all day out on the water because the water is different down there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I tell you what, yeah, security. We may need. That's good. He got rid of the riffraff that was hanging around. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love guys like that. You know, you'll hear me talk about. We have this. It's a venue called Lash Balls West in Frostburg, Maryland. And when they have these really big bands that come in, they've got security there. The biggest guys I've ever seen. They all wear white cowboy hats. And anytime you set down a bottle or a glass, they come around like waitresses or waiters. They pick it up and they take it back to the bar. No questions asked. When you're done, it's off the table, just in case they don't want anybody breaking any glass. Let's put it that way.
Well, Tim has a lot of hats he wears. When we're in Key West, he's the camera guy. He gets up and mounts the cameras, or he moves the camera around when I'm doing an interview. Here at the summer party, he's the ice cream guy because he makes homemade ice cream for everybody. Well, one year he made it. I didn't get any. They said I did, but I don't remember any of that. And to my knowledge, there's no pictures of it. I got screwed out of it that year, but you know, I have to throw that out there because I know there's somebody out there on the chat that's going to be like, "That's not true. You got ice cream. You were drunk."
Oh my God! You know, I've thought about, you know, what would happen if I just, you know, went out to Lash Balls West, put on a big white cowboy hat. I wonder if I could get through the door without paying the cover like I'm part of security. I don't think the tall, skinny kid would work.
There you go, man. Well, you know, we talk about Verona Corona. Her birthday is today, and you know, so we need to give a shout out to Verona Corona. And of course, we have the Golden Girl who does the birthday shout outs on the Sunday show. So if I can find it here, here we go. There we go. Happy birthday. That's her in her Tiki Man outfit down in Panama City. And so I wanted to go back in time a little bit to some years ago. It was Verona's birthday. I was doing radio, but this is way before video. And I cut this out. We played it for a long time on different shows or whatever. But you can hear, this is prior to us going to Canada, right? And as always, I'm looking for a sponsor. So I'm trying to find a coffee company to pay for the trip for us to go to Canada. Now, no, I had no idea how important that was going to be to find a coffee company in Canada. Once I got there and found out it was just instant coffee that we had in the cabinet next to the bottle of Tang that has been there since 1978. But anyway, I want to go back in time a little bit and play this for Rona since it is her birthday. Alan Jax Bowers playing drums on there. Greg Mahaley, I believe is how you pronounce his name. It's called Here Comes the Sun. Those guys sent that over. So yeah, man, we'll give it a tune. Alan Jax Bowers is banging on the drums on that one.
I got to tell you what, man, they're rocking it. You know, I came across Greg Mahaley the other day, and somebody had said something, boy, they would sound great on the network. And I did a little research, and I'm like, oh, Greg Mahaley, okay, under MFG label. I'm like, all right, this is good. I started listening to it. I'm like, man, this is rocking. I'm in. I'm on board.
Well, if he hasn't sent it to you already, I will make sure to send that over to you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Western Maryland needs to hear all this great music.
Absolutely, they do. And, we I'll get it over to you today as well, you know, but let's see here if I can get back in here. My camera was freezing up on me a little bit there. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's a little cold down there.
It is a little cold, you know. It's why we try to stay north of the palm tree line, for God's sakes. But, Alan Jax Bowers playing drums on that, and I'm kind of like moving in slow motion here, so maybe...
That's all right. It's like the iguanas falling out of the trees in Florida. You know, I think you're freezing up, and then you just may fall over. I don't know.
You never know. Speaking of meetings, I gotta go. I gotta go. Conference call coming up. Oh, that's just. Aww. You're not learning anything, and it is sweet Harriet's birthday today as well.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Sweet Harriet. She's down in Key West and hanging out with those guys. And let's see, it drives me crazy. Let's see here. If I put myself back into the green room, can you still hear my voice?
I think he just froze and fell over.
Okay. You can't hear my voice. Yeah. Can't hear my voice whenever I'm in the green room. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. That's all right. You know, it could be weather related. I know that you all had some issues with Verizon the other day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Verizon had a nationwide outage, and I didn't know about it because we were doing the show on Wednesday, right? And I remember, you know, later in that day thinking, man, the phone ain't ringing off the hook. You know, I'm going to have to change up what we're doing here, you know, because, it's let me put out some videos or whatever. And then later that night, I found out that that they had an outage. And it was kind of like back in the COVID days, right, when the world was shut down. It was kind of nice, man, not having any phone calls.
I remember you said that, and I told that to my girlfriend, Robin. She said, I'll bet you Danny planned that. You know, click here, click there. Poof, the whole network goes down. He said, I need a break. Can y'all just shut down the network of Verizon? That'd be great. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we get that sometimes, whether we want it or not, up here in these mountains. I mean, we get some serious storms blowing from the west and from the north, and sometimes it just, a tree falls down and poof, there goes your internet, cable, phone, everything. Yeah, well, apparently they're trying to give all the customers that were affected $20. I don't know how they're going to know who, because everybody's going to say, yeah, I was affected too, so they should just give everybody $20 credit for that problem. And I still don't know what happened. They never did say somebody unplugged the cord or anything like that. Yeah, it was a squirrel got in there and poof, got fried. Yeah. Everything fried up. I don't know. Who knows? Well, that's the way it goes. Yeah. You got big plans this weekend? You know what? I'm going to be working on things here in the studio for the network. There's always work to be done here in the studio. And I'm working on some new technological advances. You know me. I'm the tech guy. I'm in here 20 hours a day. Got to make everything better. Except before we go live showtime when I'm like, well, I just rearranged everything. There were 50 wires in this board, and I have I got 49 in the board. Where's number 50 go? I don't know. I got a leftover wire. Yeah. So that's the adventure. Yeah, well, I've got everything. The hippie chick is going to be going somewhere with Thelma, as we call her, Golden Girl. They're going to be in the car, and they got to go here, they got to go there, and something about getting a new boat or something. So we'll see what the Golden, who is another big fisherman. Everybody around here is fishing. We live in a lake town, for God's sakes. So everybody's a big fisherman, and I think the Golden may be getting a new boat or something. But anyway,
the good news is they're all going to be gone, and I'll be able to get some more things done while they're out of the house because, it can be a distraction.
Sure. I understand. I wish I could go out and do some fishing, but the lakes are all frozen over, and I'm not into ice fishing. Unless there's beer and bourbon involved, then you might have a chance of getting me out in my blizzard-proof camo coveralls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need an excuse to go out in the blizzard-proof camos, other than just to get drug around by the snowblower.
You're right. Let's see if I can put me down here. That way it doesn't, because I'm moving like right before they made the Bionic Man. He was moving kind of slow, and then they speeded him up. Gave him some more bionics there. So that's what it's moving in. So I don't know.
That's all right. You're doing a great job there, Danny. What could possibly go wrong? If we need to work something out, we can have a conference call this week. But, hell, all I got was one call. You ready to go live? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's roll. Yeah. And that was it.
Well, my partners with the Coastal Americana Radio Network like to have a call every Thursday, right? And it's really good right now because we're having to work out all kinds of things behind the scenes and get ready for these interviews and all that stuff, But it's still every time I click on Zoom, it makes the back of my hair stand up a little bit. I just like, oh man, I thought I was done with this.
Yeah, it reminds you of that thing called a job. But, yeah. Ugh, get rid of it. Hey, it's Friday. We don't even want to think about that. But yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Hey, I just want to let everybody else know too. We have a lot of people interested in this, and this guy here, Danny, is the guy you're going to talk to. You're going to talk to me out here in Western Maryland. But when it comes to network decisions and all that, that's up to the network. It's not up to me. So I'm just the go-between. I'll make the introductions, and you get to talk to Danny. Work it out. We'll customize a package, and he'll do everything for you. I don't have to do anything. I can show up and do my shtick,
Well, I remember back in the day, that's all you want to do. He's like, one day I'm just going to be able to just show up and do radio, and what a great day that will be,
Yes, and I did. Thanks to you, you made it happen because, years ago, I was in your position. Everything you're doing now, I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't know if I ever really want to go through it that hardcore again. But all of a sudden, here's Danny to the rescue. You in? I'm in. You got the front office covered? Yep. I'm like, okay, man, I'm on board.
Well, the front office covered, that's for sure. That freed me up right there. You know what it was? When I added that third camera down there, it was doing something with the video. So, and see, we learn it. We learn it on the fly, man. We're learning on the fly. Yeah.
That's how we roll. And what could possibly go wrong? Every day I walk in the studio with a cup of coffee, take a deep breath, and I'm like, all right, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, that's right.
Way it goes.
So there we go. We're moving good now. Yeah. There we go.
Moving good. Stuff frozen up.
Yeah. Well, we're almost to. I was gonna play a song and see if I could unfreeze it because it drives me crazy staring at it that way. But I think I got it. I figured that out. I'm like, that started when I added that third camera. I don't know what was up with that, but now that it's free.
Those are the challenges we face every day. You plug in one wire, pull one wire out, and sit there and say, wonder what's causing that now.
I know. Brian down in Key West, they all call me tech support, right? And the funny thing is that Brian is a very calm, cool, and collective guy on the surface. Most people he goes down to Neltini's, which is one of his sponsors for his shows down there. On Duval Street, and it's his office. It reminds me of, you remember that scene in The Sopranos when they're sitting out in front of the butcher place, the meat place or whatever. They sit out there on their little tables or something. Well, this is what he does at Neltini's. He just kind of holds court there when he goes in there, But he's usually a pretty calm, cool, collective guy. Everybody thinks he's nice or whatever. But when he is trying to work out a problem with radio, he is about, I'm about ready to throw this laptop out in the street. And I'm like, and then we have to reverse roles, right? We have to reverse roles. And I'm like, All right, let's see here. All right, it's okay. It's all right. I'll tell you what. Let's try this. Let's try that. And he's like, "This is stupid." I know, it's all stupid, but it's important if we try this or that or whatever. I try to stay calm, cool, and collective.
Yeah.
Which is opposite of me when I'm here by myself, right? But does no good if we both are saying, "You know what? You're right. It's stupid. Just throw the whole thing outside." That's not going to fix anything.
Welcome to radio.
Yeah, welcome to radio.
We love it. Yeah, and we're going to throw in some video too, and God only knows what we're going to create next. I'm not sure. We're not sure until we get there, and we're still not sure. But we'll figure it out. Trust me. If we got an idea, you got an idea, run it by us, and technologically, if we can do it, we'll get it done.
Yeah. Absolutely. But like we were talking about, it's very important if we got to get sponsors and partners and things to make this work. Johnny's got to get some money in his pocket for taking out away from his other show and everything else. And, this is all I do now. So if you're interested in finding out about, remember when we're doing this weekday show, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's across 3 different radio stations and YouTube at the same time. And if the camera freezes up, I'll figure it out on the fly. Be like, okay, it's all good.
Falls over, don't worry. I got your back, Danny.
Drives me crazy when I'm doing this. Like I'm like, what the hell?
We're gonna call that the frozen iguana.
Yeah,
you got it. You're in iguana mode. Iguana mode.
Well, I was about a minute away saying, I'm gonna throw this thing outside.
You just got to remain calm, Danny. Remain calm. I got your back, brother. I'll talk you through this. Relax. And hey, I used to go through that with you in the early days when you got into radio.
Yep.
And it would all hours of the night. We were both trying to figure things out. Man, that was a lot of years ago. But we were in uncharted waters back then, and therein lies the adventure. It's we did it. We made it. We're here again. I love it.
Well, it's a shame it never worked out, but a lot of people may not know this now. I mean, I've brought it up a bunch of times, but Lyle Wilson, Lyle was on the Tiki Island Radio with us, and he was doing a morning show, and I was doing a happy hour show at night. And Lyle and I learned together through you, how to do radio. Where we'd be up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And I'm like, and I'm texting him, right? I'm like, "I hear you, man. I hear you. Sound good, man."
Oh my God!
It's a shame it didn't all work out because Lyle isn't actually a funny guy. I had the most time learning to do radio between you and Lyle all at the same time because we didn't want to bug you, right? We wanted to figure it out. Well, I mean, and we 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, like, "Can you hear me? Hello."
All these remote connections, and then I come along. I sort of re-engineered a piece of guitar equipment to take in phone calls. That was pretty cool, I have to admit.
Yeah. The old iRig.
The old iRig, yeah, we sort of re-engineered that in the early days. I did, and I'm gonna have to call you back on that. Like, man, I pulled that thing apart. How do I wire this again? I don't remember.
The damn thing is still together in a bag in here in the storage area. I refuse to take it apart because I don't know how the hell it goes back together. And if it does, I'm afraid that it'll quit working. If in case, this is one of those things, if we're crashed on Mars or something, we'll need that iRig to be able to get the hell off of Mars.
Oh, yeah. Like we always said, we could broadcast from Mars with a bobby pin. But yeah, and then a few years back, you said, "Hey, you got any more of those iRigs?" And I said, "Yeah, man, I got them somewhere in a box I was moving." And then about a year later, I found them. I'm like, "Hey, I found 2 here,"
Yeah.
And I don't even remember how to hook them up, but that was my like Eddie Van Halen moment where he was so creative with gear and equipment. And I thought, all right, let's give this a try. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, the iRig worked fine until Apple started to not put the port in there anymore. You used to you used to put an 1/8 inch in your iPhone and listen to music or whatever. Hell, I had one for a long time out here at the Tiki Bar just playing the app, and But they changed that. They're like, you know what? These people are having too much fun with that, and we need to sell Bluetooth stuff. So we're going to do away with that port. So the iRig, and then we all got clever because there was a little adapter you could plug into where you plug your phone in that you could plug in. We figured out a way around that. Well, then they changed that. So and everything's Bluetooth now. I'm going to try this right quick. Let's see here. Let me take this camera. So there's the zoom right there, and this little port right here is a Bluetooth port where you can do call-ins.
Wow.
Yeah. So there we go.
The more they change the phones, the more I get interested in figuring out a workaround. And I'm pretty intent. I get pretty focused on a project, and I will figure it out.
Sure.
I will figure it out. But yeah, if you need iRigs, I've got them. I've got equipment. I love finding old equipment at Goodwill. I mean, vintage.
You're still waiting for Radio Shack to come back. And when it does, I'm going to go to work there.
No, I am Radio Shack now. After 15, 20 years of collecting wires and cables and connectors, I'm like, oh, I may need this for an antique phone. I'm going to grab it. It's not, I've got an entire, I don't know, let's say, I can fill a shop with equipment, put it that way. But I do love it because if I need it, I've got it. There's no Radio Shacks around, and I don't always have time to wait for Amazon to get it here.
Yeah. I do love Amazon, and I do love these new Zoom products and the Black Magic switchers and all that stuff. I've had to learn to do all this stuff. But, well, listen, Johnny, we've made it through another week, and we want to thank Seaward Systems for joining us today down at the St. Petersburg Boat Show. Brian Burns is down there with Dockside Live Radio, and make sure you stop by and talk to him. Make sure you go over and check out Seaward Systems. That's what they do. Take a design. It's built by anglers for anglers. All right, and built locally, which is very important. And of course, we want to thank Boiling Point, who joined us, and they focus on the contenders. Boiling Point contenders boats. They are the experts of that, and they said, you know what, no more meetings for us. We're going to quit our job. We're going to sell boats, and we're going to go fishing all day long. And they're doing it. They're living their dream. So make sure you check those guys out either online or stop by the St. Petersburg Boat Show and tell them you heard about it on Tiki Man Radio and the Coastal Americana Radio Network. Dockside Live Radio, and, of course, Western Maryland Radio. Johnny, thank you for putting up with me for another week.
Well, Danny, thank you, the Tiki Man, for putting up with me for another week, brother. I appreciate it. I love every minute of it. And everybody, wish you a great weekend, and we will be back Monday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. And your normal show is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 2 on Western Maryland Radio, correct?
Yes, sir. I go unplugged and unhinged.
There you go. And don't forget Coastal Confessions coming up tonight, live from Key West with B-Man and Michelle. You got Jukebox Saturday that starts at midnight and goes to noon. And, of course, Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starts at 10 a.m. Sunday morning right here. But for right now, it's time for us to get on out of here and let you get on with your day. Thank you so much for being a part of this and allowing us to be a part of your lives and all the support and messages and emails and text messages. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend, Johnny B.
Yes, sir. You do the same, brother. Have a great weekend, everybody.